Ecclesiastes chapter 2. Ecclesiastes chapter 2. I said in my heart, come now, I will prove thee with mirth. Therefore, enjoy good things. And behold, this also is vanity. I said of laughter, it is mad, and of mirth, what does it do? I proposed in my heart to regale my flesh with wine, and that my heart will walk with wisdom, and to lay hold on folly until I might see what was that good for the sons of men, which they should do under the heaven in all the days of their life. I made myself great works. I built myself houses. I planted myself vineyards. I made myself gardens and orchards, and I planted trees in them of all kinds of fruits. I made myself pools of water to water with them, the forest that brings forth trees. I got myself slaves and maidens and had sons born in my house. Also, I had great possessions of cattle and sheep above all that were in Jerusalem before me. I gathered unto myself also silver and gold and the peculiar treasure of kings and of the provinces. I obtained men singers and women singers and all the delights of the sons of men, musical instruments, and those of all sorts. So I was great and increased more than all that were before me in Jerusalem. And more than that, my wisdom remains with me. And whatever my eyes desired, I did not keep from them. I did not withhold my heart from any pleasure, for my heart rejoiced in all my labor, and this was my portion of all my labor. At last I looked on the works that my hands had wrought, and on the labor that I had labored to do. And behold, all was vanity and vexation of spirit, and there was no profit under the sun. And I turned myself to behold wisdom in those who are bad and folly. For what can the man do that comes after the king? Even that which has already been done. And I have seen the wisdom excels folly as far as light excels darkness. The wise man has eyes in his head, but but the fool walks in darkness. And I myself also understood that one event happens to the one and to the other. Then I said in my heart, as it shall happen to the fool, so it shall happen even to me. Why have I worked until now to make myself wiser? I said in my heart that this also is vanity. For there is no remembrance of the wise nor that of the fool forever. Seeing that which now is in the days to come shall all be forgotten. And also the wise man shall die the same as the fool. Therefore I hated life because every work that is wrought under the sun was grievous unto me, for all was vanity and vexation of spirit. Yeah, I hated all my labor which I had taken under the sun, which I should leave it unto the man that shall be after me. And who knows whether he shall be a wise man or a fool? He who shall have rule over all my labor, which I have labored and in which I have showed myself wise under the sun. This is also vanity. Therefore, my heart began to despair again regarding all the labor which I took under the sun, that the man who worked with wisdom and with knowledge and with uprightness would have to leave his portion to a man that has not labored therein. This also is vanity and a great evil. For what does man have of all his labor and of the vexation of his heart, in which he has labored under the sun? For all his days are only sorrows and his travail grief. Yea, his heart does not take rest in the night. This is also vanity. There is nothing better for a man than that he should eat and drink and that he should make his good in his labor. I also have seen that this is from the hand of God. For who can eat or who can care for himself better than I? For God gives to the man that is good in his sight wisdom and knowledge and joy, but to the sinner faith together and to keep up that he may give to the one that is good before God. This also is an manifestation of spirit. Ecclesiastes chapter 3. For all things there in season, and every one under the heaven has its time determined, a time to be born, and a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted, and to kill, and a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up, a time to weep, and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace, a time to refrain from embracing, a time to seek, and a time to lose, a time to keep, and a time to cast away, a time to read, and a time to sow, a time to keep silent, and a time to speak, a time to love, and a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace. What profit does the one that works have in that is which he labors? I have seen the travail which God has given to the sons of men, that they may be occupied in it. He has made everything beautiful in his time. Even the world he has given over to their will in such a way that no man can attain to this work that God makes from the beginning to the end. I have learned that there is nothing better for them but to rejoice and to do good in his life, and also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy the good of his labor. It is the gift of God. I have understood that whatever God does, it shall be forever. Nothing can be added to it, nor anything taken from it, because God does it that means fear before him. That which has been is now, and that which is to be is already, and God shall see. And moreover, I saw under the sun that instead of judgment there was wickedness, and instead of righteousness there was sin. I said in my heart, God shall judge the righteous and the wicked, for there is a time determined to judge every will and regarding everything that is done. I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of men that God might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts one to another. For that which befalls the sons of men befalls beasts. Even one thing befalls them. As the one dies, so dies the other. And they all have one breath, so that a man has no more breath than a beast, for all is vanity. I'll go into one place, all the other dust, and all shall turn to dust again. Who knows that the spirit of sons of men goes upward, and the spirit of the beast goes downward to the earth? Therefore, I perceive that there is nothing better than that a man should rejoice in his own works, for that is his portion. For who shall bring him to see what shall be after him? Ecclesiastes chapter 4. So I returned and considered all the violence that is done under the sun, and behold, the tears of such as are oppressed, and they have no comfort. And on the side of their oppressors there was power, but the oppressed had no comforter. Therefore I praise the dead who are already dead more than the living who are yet alive. And I thought that better is he than both of them who has not yet been, for who has not seen the evil works that are done under the sun. Again, I considered all travail and every right work, and for this man is envied of his neighbor. This is also vanity and vexation of spirit. The fool's folds his hands together and eats his own flesh. Better is a handful with rest than both hands full of with travail and vexation of spirit. Then I returned and I saw another vanity under the sun. It is the man who is alone, without a successor, who has neither son nor brother, yet is there no end of his labor, neither is his eye satisfied with riches, neither said he, for whom do I labor and bereave my soul of good? This is also vanity and truth. Two are better than one because they have better reward for their labor. For if they fall, one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falls, for he has not another to help him up. Again, if two sleep together, they have then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevails against him, two shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken. Better is a poor and a better is a poor and a wise child than an old and foolish king who will no longer be admonished. For he came out of prison to reign, even though he was born poor into his kingdom. I saw all the living who are under the sun, the child, the successor that shall stand in his stead. There is no end of all the people that have been before them. Those also that come after shall not be content in him. Surely this is also vanity and vexation of spirit. We have just read from Ecclesiastes chapters 2 through 4 in its entirety. I pray that you all will be blessed.